So, you know, what's up?
Life.
But how is life though?
It's pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Good future. That's all.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you some questions, you know, it's the interview. So, when did you learn that singing was your talent? Like, what was your first experience with it?
It's actually an interesting question. When we were younger, I was never known as a singer. I was always known as the smart one, the one in the corner reading the books. It was always my sister. I always loved to sing, but I couldn't really sing, so I always left that for my older sister. Around the time I realized singing was for me was when I was very, very young, and I lost my voice. And when my voice came back, my mom told me I sounded like a complete different person. I don't know exactly how that happened, but when I began to sing at that point in time, and my mom realized my voice was something special, that's when I started singing.
Do your mom still think you sound like a, you know, different person, like when?
Yeah. To this day, I mean, to this day, she'll just say, it's amazing because you just lost your voice, the ability to speak. It was like a week, more than that. I just didn't speak, couldn't speak. And then when it came back, when I rolled back around, that's when my voice started blossoming.
That is like a gift from God, like really.
Yeah, and that's when I realized that is the path. Singing is something that I knew I had to do.
Okay, so what was your first experience? Like, where did you like actually sing publicly? What was your first experience?
My first experience publicly was probably elementary school when my chorus teacher asked us all to sing solo. Because you know, all kids are used to singing quiet. We're used to singing like
all together.
With a group.
Yeah.
And then when they ask you to do solos, it's like, okay, everybody's gonna hear me now. She realized I had potential, and she actually signed me up for honors course in elementary school. So I was in honors course, and we had some type of event going on. All the kids from honors course, we did a performance, and I had a solo, and that was my very highlight. That was like my very first time actually being in front of more people than like family, and yeah.
Like when you do like sing for like the public or your people who listen to you, your fans, like do you feel like, do you go back to thinking like from that very first time? Like
I do. I go back to thinking how nervous I was, and maybe that's sometimes why my nerves overwhelm me, but I go back to that very first moment. It's always exciting, like that very first moment when you just started to be free with your voice, because it's hard to do that when you're a child.
Came like a very long way. That is very. How did your name come about? Like it's very unique. Like I don't know any other fussy. You know how there's singers that got like they got like these names that got like Monet or freaking Monroe at the end or something. Like it's not creative. It's not different. Like yours is very unique. It's different. Like I never. Like what's fussy?
Well. It goes back to school again, but this time high school. I was on the debate team, and I used to be known as the one that would always have something to say when somebody said something, and then I would say something again once they responded. But the name was actually given to me by one of my sister's friends. He heard me debating and arguing with someone. He was on the phone, and he goes to my sister. She's always fussing about something. You know, my nickname for her is Fussy. There's always something that she's giving her opinion about. She's just so detailed, and she's just fussy, and I liked it. So I just used it as my stage name. I guess my personality is very prominent. I'm very strong-minded. I stand up for myself and what I believe in. So if someone says something that sort of goes against that, that's when I sort of just stand tall. I have something to say.
Is it like that, like how you express yourself in your music also?
Because I like to talk about topics that people can relate to, and I like to talk about topics that people don't really like to talk about. So I sort of go against what the music industry expects as an artist, especially when you're considered R&B or you're considered pop. they want you to sort of stick into whatever they want you to stick into, and that sort of just.
So what genre do you consider yourself?
Music, like.
No, like, are you like more of a pop or R&B? Because I've heard from your stuff, and it's more like pop, and then it's like, I like it. It's different.
It's different.
So it's like I don't know what to really consider it. Like,
I consider myself alternative. Well, back when music actually started, alternative wasn't even really a genre, so it's like a subgenre sort of. But recently, it actually became a genre. I consider myself alternative. I do want a live band behind me. I haven't exactly found anybody that suits falling in and just feeling natural with me, but I do want a live band behind me. So live sound.
I love live sound. Like I would love to sit there and like listen to something like that. Like I would definitely go to like you had a concert and it was a live band behind you, and it's like I could just.
It just shows. It gives me the feel of where music started from before all of these digital effects came about. Music was just live sound. They recorded things live.
So like, are there any other artists, or like before you really got into singing, like what inspired your style? Like how?
I was actually a big fan of Erykah Badu. I still have her cassette tapes that my mom used to give to me. I was actually a big fan of her voice and her personality. I could say that's probably the only person that I ever saw as inspirational. There were other musicians, but Erykah Badu is just so soulful.
Yes, I love it. We're Erykah fans. So you write your music. So we can consider you as a songwriter, and you produced Red Wine. You wrote the song and you produced it. And then you sung it. So like, you're multi-talented. Like other than music, are there any other talents that anything else that you would be doing? Like what else are you talented with besides music, or is just music is just you're everything? Like,
I mean, I'm talented. I believe everyone is talented in things. You just have to sort of learn the talents that you're best at. I have a lot of things that I'm talented in, but I guess I don't really pay too much attention to it because music, because of how it started and because of how it wasn't like my original goal in life, I couldn't really sing. When I found my place in that was my place. So I really couldn't see myself going for pursuing any other talents that I do have because that's just me. Like I could never leave that. I could never say, if I wasn't doing this, where would I be now? Because music is just something that lives in me. My family is music oriented. My brother, he produces, he engineers. My sister, she sings. My other sister, she does fashion. She likes to sing, but it's just my family in general. My mom sings. It's something that's in my blood. So I just have to go with the flow and stick to that.
I wonder like what my family would be like if we all sing. We probably like go on a road trip all singing.
Jackson 5. Yeah. Except there were only 4 of us. My mom had another kid. We probably would be like the sample 5.
So what are your future projects?
Well, I know I'm trying to work on the music video for Red Wine, so that should be coming soon. I will be dropping an album soon. Not this summer, but hopefully by fall.
This will be your first
This will be my first album that I'm ever dropping. And I know it's taking a little time, but I'm a perfectionist when it comes to that. It has to be perfect.
So, I'm excited for you. And I want to commend you. You work hard. Like, for you to be talented and to do all those things, like, I think it's amazing. So, you guys, I love her. This is the Professional Confessional, and as you know, it's confession time. It's time to ask you that question that most people, they have like a hard time answering. Or like, So, you have to tell us what is something that, most people don't know about you, that your fans don't know about you, that your family don't know about, something that we don't know. Like, you have to be special. Okay.
Not too sure about this confessional. I guess I could say one thing people don't really know about me is I'm a military fanatic. I was an ROTC. When I was in high school, a lot of people didn't think I took it seriously. My mother switched me from ROTC to Corps because she just knew that once I get passionate about something, I don't stop. So I do actually thank my mother for that because music is home. But I've always wanted to be the military police.
Wow.
Even if I just stepped in their shoes for just one day, I've always been a military fanatic.
That. Okay, so we have something on her, guys.
Yes, you do.
All right. Well, where can we find you?
You can find me on twitter.com/IamJSmile for Fussy J Music. Find me on Facebook, Fussy J Smiley Face, and I will have a website, an official website, up by this summer.
Okay, that's a bet. And you know who I am, Miss Martina Lee. You can also find me on Twitter at Miss Martina Lee. And you can add my Facebook also. And this is a wrap. We're done. So like, bye. Get out of here.
Bye.